The average American household spends over $600 every single year on snack food. $600. And most of that money goes toward products built from the same four cheap ingredients, repackaged under different logos, stacked on different shelves, and sold back to you at a premium. The United States snack food market is worth over $200 billion. That is not a typo. $200 billion. And the profit margins inside that number exist for one reason, because most of what you are eating is not what you think it is. Today, we are auditing 9 of the most popular snack brands in America. 5 of them failed, and you are almost certainly buying at least one of them right now. But 4 brands actually survived the investigation, and the last one on the list might genuinely surprise you. I spent over 40 hours auditing every brand on the shelf to find the truth, and the results were not what I expected. Here's how the snack industry keeps its profit margins fat while keeping your snacks cheap. It starts with substitution. To make a cracker with real butter and aged cheddar cheese, the ingredient cost per unit runs about 18 cents. Now replace the butter with soybean oil. Replace the aged cheddar with whey protein concentrate, some paprika extract for color, and a hit of disodium guanylate to fake the savory depth. That cost drops to roughly 4 cents per unit. That 14-cent difference sounds small, but multiply it across 200 million units per year, and you are looking at the entire profit margin of a billion-dollar brand. That is the math reality behind every cheese cracker on the shelf. Then there is the legal architecture that protects it all. The FDA allows a product to say made with real cheese without defining a minimum percentage. A cracker can contain less than 2% actual cheese and print that claim in bold on the front of the box. Completely legal. The term natural flavors is even worse. Under Federal Code 21 CFR 101.22, natural flavors can include any substance extracted from a plant or animal source, even if it has been processed beyond recognition in a laboratory. This single term can hide MSG derivatives, castoreum, and dozens of other additives that consumers would reject immediately if they were listed by name. And then there is the serving size trick. Brands set artificially small portions, sometimes as low as 6 chips or 28 grams, to keep the sodium, sugar, and calorie numbers looking clean on the label. A normal human portion is 2 to 3 times what they print. The nutrition facts are technically accurate. They are also technically useless. The skip list. 5 brands to avoid. Brand 1, Lay's Classic Potato Chips. The bag says farm-grown potatoes. The image shows golden, wholesome simplicity. Flip the bag over and the ingredient list tells a different story. The second ingredient is soybean oil, one of the cheapest industrial seed oils on the planet. Lay's parent company, Frito-Lay, a division of PepsiCo, has actively lobbied against front-of-package nutrition labeling in multiple countries. They do not want you reading the back of this bag. A single serving is listed as 15 chips. 15. That is roughly 1 handful. Frito-Lay knows you are eating 3 to 4 servings in one sitting, and they designed the label math around the knowledge. This is not a snack. This is an exercise in portion size illusion. Brand 2, Cheez-It Original. The front of the box reads, made with 100% real cheese. That sounds definitive. It is not. The first ingredient is enriched wheat flour. The second is vegetable oil. Cheese appears third, and it is followed immediately by paprika extract, annatto extract color, and soy lecithin. In 2018, Kellogg's faced a class action lawsuit alleging that the marketing overstated both the quantity and quality of the cheese inside. The phrase 100% real cheese does not mean the cracker is 100% cheese. It means a small amount of cheese they do use is technically real. This is a labeling magic trick, and it works on millions of consumers every single day. Brand 3, Doritos Nacho Cheese. Read the ingredient list on a bag of Doritos Nacho Cheese. Count the items. You will get to over 30 before you reach the end. Inside that list, you will find maltodextrin, monosodium, glutamate, artificial colors including red 40, yellow 6, and yellow 5, and multiple corn-derived fillers designed to add bulk at minimal cost. The nacho cheese flavor is almost entirely synthetic, built in a lab to hit your brain's bliss point and keep you reaching back into the bag. In 2012, Frito-Lay was sued over all-natural labeling claims on certain products, with plaintiffs alleging the presence of GMO ingredients and artificial processing aids made the claim misleading. The nacho cheese flavor is a chemical simulation, not a food. Brand 4, Goldfish Crackers. Original cheddar goldfish are marketed almost exclusively to children. The smiling fish, the bright orange color, the playful tagline. It feels innocent. The ingredient list is less charming. Enriched wheat flour leads the list, followed by a blend of vegetable oils including canola, sunflower, and soybean. The cheddar cheese appears after these processed bases and is supported by a lineup of additives. In 2018, Pepperidge Farm issued a voluntary recall of 4 goldfish varieties after discovering potential salmonella contamination in their whey powder supply. That recall raised serious questions about the sourcing and quality control behind the ingredients your children are eating every day. When a brand builds its entire identity around trust and childhood, the ingredient list should match. This one does not. Brand 5, Ritz Crackers. Original Ritz has spent decades cultivating a premium, almost luxurious image. The golden packaging, the satisfying snap, it's the name itself. It suggests quality. The second ingredient is soybean oil. The list continues with sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and chemical leavening agents. This buttery cracker contains exactly 0 butter. Ritz also uses TBHQ, or tertiary butyl hydroquinone, a synthetic antioxidant that the Center for Science in the Public Interest has flagged for potential health concerns, and that is banned or restricted in several countries outside the United States. Parent company Mondelez has faced criticism from consumer advocacy groups for what they describe as misleading wholesome branding. The Ritz image is built on perception, not ingredients. You do not need a lab to audit your snack cupboard. You need 60 seconds and 2 rules. Rule 1 is the first 3 ingredients test. The FDA requires every ingredient to be listed in descending order by weight. That means the first 3 ingredients are what the product mostly is. If those 3 items are enriched flour, oil, and sugar, or a sugar derivative like maltodextrin, then you are eating a delivery system for cheap carbs and industrial fat. In a quality snack, the first 3 ingredients should be whole foods you could find in a kitchen, not a chemical supply catalog. Rule 2 is the ingredient count test. Count every ingredient on the label. Mainstream snack brands routinely list 20 to 35 items. Quality brands typically list 5 to 12. If you cannot pronounce more than 3 items on the back of the bag, that bag does not belong in your house. Try it right now. Walk to your kitchen, pick up any snack, and apply both rules. The results will tell you more than any marketing campaign ever will. The real list: 4 brands that passed brand 1. Satiety grain-free tortilla chips. C8 was founded in 2014 by the Garza family out of Laredo, Texas, after a family member was diagnosed with multiple autoimmune conditions. They could not find a single tortilla chip on the market that met their standards, so they built one themselves. The ingredient list is typically 5 to 7 items. Cassava flour, avocado oil, sea salt. That is it. No seed oils, no maltodextrin, no artificial flavor systems. PepsiCo acquired Satiety in 2024 for $1.2 billion, but to date, the original ingredient formulations have remained unchanged. A bag runs about $4 to $5. That is roughly $1 to $2 more than a bag of Doritos. For actual food instead of a chemistry experiment, that is the best trade on the shelf. Brand 2, Simple Mills Almond Flour Crackers. Simple Mills was founded in 2013 by Catlin Smith, who started making her own crackers from her apartment kitchen because she could not find a single clean option at the grocery store. The base is almond flour, sunflower oil, and flax seeds. The full ingredient list is typically 9 items or fewer, all recognizable whole foods. No seed oils from the cheap 6, no maltodextrin, no TBHQ, no natural flavors, hiding unnamed additives. Price point is $4 to $5 per box, which is comparable to what you pay for a premium box of Cheez-Its. Except this time, you are paying for food, not marketing. Brand 3, Lesser Evil, organic popcorn. Lesser Evil was founded by Charles Makepeace, a man who left a career inside the mainstream snack food industries after seeing firsthand how the system operated. He started the brand specifically to prove that a clean snack could compete on taste and price. The ingredient list features organic popcorn, organic coconut oil, and Himalayan pink salt. No natural flavors, no TBHQ, no artificial colors. Their Paleo Puffs line uses nutritional yeast instead of synthetic cheese, flavoring to deliver a savory taste without a single artificial ingredient. A bag costs $3 to $4. That is the same price range as mainstream popcorn brands. There is no premium tax on this one. The excuse that clean snacks are too expensive dies right here. Brand 4, Mary's Gone Crackers. Mary Waldner founded this company after being diagnosed with celiac disease and discovering that virtually every cracker on the market failed her standards. She built one from scratch using organic brown rice, quinoa, flax seeds, and sesame seeds. The ingredient list is 5 items. 5. Compare that to 30 plus in a box of mainstream crackers. No wheat, no dairy, no oils from the cheap six. Everything is organic and every ingredient serves a nutritional purpose. A box runs about $5 to $6. It is the most expensive option on this list, but when you break it down per serving with an ingredient list this clean, you are paying for density and nutrition that the mainstream brands simply cannot match. 9 brands. 5 failed, 4 passed. And the difference between them is not taste, not packaging, and not price. It is honesty. The brands on the skip list are not selling you food. They are selling you a combination of cheap industrial inputs, engineered flavors, and legal loopholes wrapped in packaging designed to make you feel good about a product that does not deserve your trust. The brands on the real list prove that it does not have to be this way. Real ingredients, transparent labeling, and founder stories rooted in frustration with the exact system the skip list profits from. Your health is not a commodity for these corporations to optimize. Your grocery budget is not their margin to exploit, and your trust is not theirs to manufacture with label tricks and marketing psychology. The food industry lies because you let them. Subscribe because you have the right to know the truth.